Hello and welcome to the easy practical tips to boost your mental health. As I promised, I wanted to share with you some easy tips that you can do real quick on an everyday basis without even thinking about it. But then guess what? It actually helps to maintain a good mental health. So, are you ready? Let's go. Number one, track your gratitude and achievements with a journal. What I mean is, if you're one of those people that say, journals don't work, I don't think they work, I want to challenge you to try journaling. If you're one of those people that know about journaling, but sometimes you lack writing down something, here's some fun stuff that you can do. Grab a journal, buy yourself a nice journal if you don't have one, a notebook that you can just take also, write it out and say personal journal outside of it and just make it your personal journal that you write all the things that we're going to be discussing about, right? But to start off with, write 3 things that you're grateful for. 3 things that you want to accomplish for that day. And then if you're as ambitious as myself, right? Because many a time I have these 3 things that I want to make sure that they are done for that day. But at the end of the day, I notice that I have more than 3 things that I actually accomplished that happened to me in the day. But I just want to make sure that I write them out. So at night, I pull out my book and I write everything that happened that day that was either a surprise, a shock, but I want to write about the things that I'm grateful for. What I've learned throughout the years is you cannot only be grateful for the good things that are happening. Sometimes those challenges, those hard times, those difficult times, they are also things that we need to be grateful for because they are all happening for a reason. And whether we like it or not, life is not just about being easy, happy, and no problems at all. We are going to have problems. Write them down, even if they were a challenge, and say, you know what? This happened to me. I had control. I didn't have control. It hurt so much. Write it down because as you do, it becomes easier to deal with life challenges when you're tracking the gratitude and achievements. So that's number one. Number 2, start your day with a cup of coffee or tea, something hot. Some people even want, some warm water or something just soothing. And maybe you're a cold water person, but consume something that, can help you relax and stay centered. I sit outside. I have chairs outside my patio where I sit outside and I look over the water and I love the water. But what happens is when I have my cup of coffee, I have 1 cup of coffee every morning. I am so relaxed. It helps me start the day. I get the nice cool breeze of the morning and then, I go for my walk. Sometimes I walk first and then I come and have the tea. My coffee, actually, I have coffee. You know why I have coffee? They actually say coffee also helps to lower rates of depression. And we all get depressed and we all get sad sometimes. We all get overwhelmed sometimes. So sometimes, just having that cup of tea, that cup of coffee, for me, it helps me, get centered in my thoughts and help me to be focused. Number 3, set up a gateway. It could be camping with friends, taking trips, with your friends, with your family. I'm hanging out with my families all the time. So I'm flying out to Boston and we're going out for rides and everything. But do a getaway, a getaway. Just get away from the house. Go somewhere, do something. Work your strengths. Number 4, do something that you're good at. Build confidence with doing something that you love. Teach other people something that you know you're strong at and other people might not be just as strong. That's how many multi-million dollar businesses start. It was people that were passionate about something that started teaching it and doing it all the time, but sharing it with other people. Number 5, keep it cool for a good night's sleep. They say the optimal temperature to sleep a nice good sleep is about 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. So check your temperatures in your house, make sure that it's nice and cool. Number 6, you don't have to see the whole staircase just to take that first step. This was Martin Luther King that said that. So think of something in your life that you want to improve, that you want to achieve, and figure out what first step can you take in that direction. And before you know it, you will be telling a testimony about how you started without even knowing how to start, where to start, but you just knew that you wanted to do this. Number 7, experiment with a new recipe. Write a poem, paint something, read something, just do something creative, a creative expression, what they call a creative expression. Just do something and just, get yourself to do something that you've never done but that you like doing. Writing a poem is really easy. You don't have to write 20 stanzas. You can write 1 or 2, 3 stanzas and read it out loud, right? Number 8, show some love to someone in your life. Forgive someone, reach out to someone, and surprise even yourself. Number 9, treat yourself to something that you love every moment, every chance that you get. What is it that you would love to do and give yourself? Just treat yourself to something. And sometimes I say to people, they say, I can have a chocolate, a piece of chocolate, as long as you're not diabetic like me. Don't give yourself too much chocolate, because then that's self-sabotage to your treatment and your health if you do that. But do something for yourself that is good. Number 10, there's no greater thing that you can do than change the story that you've been telling yourself. So this one is a big challenge. I want you to write your story. If somebody says, tell me about your story, what would you write? Just let yourself write and just write and just write. And then after you do that, I want you to rewrite that story and change that story. Tell it in a different way. A way that is, positive, a way that is saying, you know what, I'm taking ownership of my story. I'm not going to tell a story that is depressing, that is sad. I want to retell my story. Number 11, sometimes we don't need to add new activities to get more pleasure. We just need to do the things that we know make us happy, make us laugh more. We just need to talk to the people that make us excited, that just helps us to calm down when we're going crazy. Those people are my sisters and my brothers, as well as my parents. For me, I love talking to them. I'm a therapist, they are my therapist. Number 12, feeling anxious. Take a dream trip. Can I say that? Yeah. Take a trip down memory lane with some coloring. There are nice good books that you can, buy now that are coloring books. You can even draw your own pictures and do coloring. It doesn't have to be just for kids. We can do, coloring also as adults. Is very therapeutic and very relaxing. Number 13, take time to laugh. Hang out with funny friends. Watch a comedy online on YouTube. Laughter helps reduce anxiety. Number 14, go off the grid. Leave your smartphone at home, disconnect from emails, and just turn your phone off when you get home sometimes, and just turn it off and not, worry about the messages or anything for a moment, or even, for the evening. I do that whole nights, I'm telling you. I come home, I turn off my phone sometimes and just, take a nice, I love taking bubble baths. I love taking hot warm showers. So, if you're in a space where you can access those, I realized after going back to my country in Zimbabwe that it was actually a luxury that I took for granted to have showers that are hot, to have bath where I can fill a whole tub with hot water and, put in bubble baths and just soak myself. I realized that was a privilege that I don't, appreciate much, because they didn't have electricity. We could only have electricity for so long. We didn't have water. We had to go and get buckets of water and, get it from the well to bring it home and stuff, because the tapes were not working. I'm telling you, it's really, really good to appreciate those things that are around me. I appreciate the water. I appreciate the electricity, and appreciate the small things that I took, for granted right here in the United States. Number 15, go around and dance. Dance in your house, dance in your car, dance wherever you are. I'm a music person, so if you know me, you know I love music and I'm always dancing. Many a time when I'm posting on my social media, guess what I do? I put some music on there so people can just not read what I'm putting up there to be encouraged and motivated. I like them to be able to dance, to get up and just feel, this music going through them. Number 16, go ahead and yawn. Because studies show that yawning can help cool your brain and relax your brain. So you don't have to wait for, the yawning in the morning. Just yawn it any day, any time. So do it with me right now. Feels good, right? Yep. 17, relax in a warm bath at least once a week. I do it at least twice a week in Epsom salt. I love to just put an Epsom salt and just soak my body and my muscles. They don't ache because I exercise a lot. So I always do it at least twice a month so that at least, my body is more relaxed. Number 18, have something been bothering you? Then if there's something that is bothering you, I want you to write it down in your journal or just on a piece of paper. Because writing can really be cathartic and it can help reduce the symptoms of worry, anxiety, depression. But if you are struggling with depression and anxiety, I also want to encourage you to see a healthcare professional or a mental health professional so that you can get even deeper help, because there is help out there. Number 19, spend some time with a furry friend, a dog, a cat, an animal, because animals actually lower stress hormones. So if you don't have a pet, hang out with a friend who does have a pet, or even volunteer at the shelter where they have pets. Number 20, be a tourist in your own town, in your own city. Do you know every corner, every area? I'm amazed every time that I, take this upon myself of the areas and the places that I haven't even entered, even stores that I haven't seen, neighborhoods that I haven't driven around. So I'm always having a good time just exploring right here, my own very neighborhood in the Orlando, Florida area here in the United States. Number 21. I like this, quote by Henry David Thoreau, who says, what lies before us and what lies behind us are small matters compared to what lies within us. And when we bring what is within out into the world, miracles happen. What is within you? What do you believe in? What do you want with this one life that you have? I was talking to my sister the other day, and I was saying to one of my sisters, Nikki, and I said, with this one life, we don't have a chance to pull back our years and become young again. We cannot apply the brakes on when we leave this earth. When the time comes, we are all leaving one way or the other. But what we have is an opportunity to make the gap that is between this moment that we're here and the moment that we leave this earth, to make it the best that we can have. So what is it that you can do to let what's inside of you out so you can live the best life that you can live, free and fearless. What will make you unstoppable? Number 22, you have some time to actually plan your day for the next day. Many people wake up in the morning and they never rush for the day. Make time. Make time to prepare for the next day. Write it down. Pack your lunches if you have to go back, to work, if you're outside going to work. Do the things that you can do the night before to prepare yourself for a better and much more relaxing day. Sometimes, you know what? We can't prevent things from happening that will just come and stir our day. But prepare to apply the brakes to your mind and apply the brakes to how you handle everything. You always have a choice. You can either react or you can respond. Reacting means you're going to get mad, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get frazzled. Response means you take a step back and ask yourself, how's the best thing that I can handle this? What can I do? What do I have control over? And if you don't, let it go. It's okay. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to handle everything. You don't have to do everything. Number 23. Mind your diet. Mind the things that you're eating, because many a time our mental health is also affected by the foods that we put in. Are you eating too many carbohydrates? Are you eating a bad diet because you're stressed out? Because sometimes stress, what it does, it makes us eat all these foods and things that we're not supposed to eat. But it's because our mind is clogged and there are things that are happening in our lives that are in our minds that we need to talk about, that we need to deal with, or we just need to let go. So watch your diet and ask yourself, why do I eat the things that I eat? Am I depressed? Am I stressed? Am I frustrated? Am I afraid? Am I worried? Number 24 is a big one for me. Practice forgiveness. Even if it's just forgiving that person who cut you off during your commute and you're driving. Even if it's just forgiving the person that you think they don't deserve the forgiveness. But then to free yourself and to also open up doors for things to start flowing into your life, you have to forgive and let go. Your vibration, your energy, your joy, your happiness is what brings your life to the next level. Is what brings the things that you want in your life to come to you. It's what connects you to the right people and the right places and the right things and the right, money that you need, the finances that you need. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. Never, ever forget that forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. Number 25. Try to find the silver lining in something that maybe didn't settle well with you, made you upset, or it was just not fair. Find a silver line. Reframe it and make it into a way that maybe you can learn something about yourself, learn something about life, learn something about the next person. That's how you find a silver lining. 26. If ever you're feeling stressed, try smiling. It may not be the easiest thing to do, but smiling can help lower your heart rate and calm you down. I play music. I'm telling you, music will help me smile. Music will help change my mood. Music will help me see things in a different way. Try music. And then number 27. This one is a good one too. Send a thank you note. Even if it's an email, a text message. Who do you want to thank? Thank them when they least expect it. You know what I did when I released my latest book, Let Your Light Shine? What I did was I remembered people that would come to my book signings over and over again, not to because they needed to read those books, but they just came just to support me every time that I was doing a book signing, or I was doing a speaking engagement, or I was doing a training, and those people just showed up just to show me that they believed in me, and they said, we're here to support you. I remember those names, and years later, I'm now living in another state. They live in Boston, Massachusetts. I live right here in Orlando, Florida. I got up their names, text messaged them, and I told them that I wanted to write them a letter. And they're like, a letter? You're writing a letter in this, 2022? I said, yep. I just want to write you a letter. So we laughed, LOL. And I sent them each a brand new copy of my very first hardcover book, Let Your Light Shine, just to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me when no one else believed in me. Thank you for believing in me even when I doubted myself, but I showed up anyway. You also showed up. Who do you need to say thank you to today? And number 28, do something with your friends and family. Visit them, go have a cookout, cook some food, and just play music just because. We have Christmas in June, we have Christmas in July, in October. Whenever I fly into Boston, I'm like, hey, let's celebrate the new year, let's celebrate Christmas. And they're like, Christmas? I'm like, yep, let's do it. Do something with your family and friends. Just be happy and celebrate just because. Take 30 minutes to go for a walk in nature. It could be a stroll through a park or a hike in the woods. Research shows that being in nature can increase our energy and reduce depression and boost our well-being. Take 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, and just walk on the outside. Feel the air, the breeze. If you have trees and water outside, stroll around the park and in the woods and just enjoy yourself. Number 30, do your very best to enjoy 15 minutes of sunshine every day. Just go out and just enjoy the sun for at least 15 minutes. It's vitamin D, which helps elevate our mood. Again, our mood is our mental health. And remember this, if you don't remember anything else, your mood is what brings you everything that brings you joy and peace in your life. So do not depend on other people. Do not depend on outside sources. You have it within you to change your energy, to change your mood, to change your vibration, hence attracting and bringing everything that you need to make this one life your best life. And lastly, number 31, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So says Albert Einstein. Try something outside of your comfort zone to make room for adventure and excitement in your life. I have some courses on my website that will help you if you're struggling with self-sabotage, where you don't sometimes believe in yourself, where you don't have the confidence that you think you need to have, and there are certain things that are getting in the way. Every time that you try something, try the self-sabotage course that I have on my website. If you're a business person and you say, you know what, I already have the business, or maybe, you know what, I just can't get any breakthrough in my life, I have this brand new program. It's called Birthright Breakthroughs. Your life is supposed to have breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. You were created for this moment. You were created to have everything that you need and that you want in life. So, to get prepared to receive your breakthroughs, sometimes we just need a little nudge. We just need a little eye-opener. And that's the reason why I created Birthright Breakthroughs, which is an easy video and audio course that you can access on my website at your own pace. And if you want to add coaching where I can work with you with any of the programs that I have on my website, you always can do that. There's a link there that says add coaching. And trust me, believe me, I put it at a very reasonable price because then I want to encourage people to be able to get the support that they need when you need it with these courses. But you literally can do it all alone, because when you see those videos, you might as well be talking to me. When you hear, those audios, you might as well be talking to me. So I want to encourage you to take hold of your life today and check out the courses that we have at www.drstemmy.com. As I always say, be encouraged. This is Dr. Stem,